Hello, welcome to Lunch Break Tarot. I'm Jolene, and this is my lunch break. If this video has found you, there's a message in it you're supposed to hear. So when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. Timeless reading, although it does happen to be a Wednesday right now. What would you benefit from knowing about? Hope you're having a great day. Hope this Cancer new moon is treating you well. I still forgot the name of this basket that's happening astrologically, but yeah, looking forward to that. I've already had like a lot of revelations on my way home. I'm working in the office today and I come home for lunch. I had to get some paperwork. Nope, too many. Yeah, let's do this. What would you benefit from knowing about? Are you waiting for something? Yeesh. Okay, we got the devil. Since that's the first card, that seems to be prominent theme. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. And we have the Hangman right side up because I forgot to put it. It's upside down, actually. I forgot to put it right side up, but there are no coincidences. Okay. I'm going to say that's good. We've got the devil. So unhealthy attachments of sorts. Karma is seductive too, by the way. So whenever karma is playing out, you usually know it has something to do with karma because of how seductive it is. And like reactivity, have you noticed how kind of hard it is not to be reactive? Even that is, karma is involved. So we have the devil card and we have the Queen of Cups. And this Queen of Cups is very empathetic. She can sometimes, shadow side, be prone to taking too much responsibility. When the devil card and the Queen of Cups are together, this is indicative of the Queen of Cups is taking too much responsibility for something. She knows that this is having a negative impact on her, but she's not the Queen of Swords. And so she struggles to cut out this negative influence because it feels wrong. An example might be if you find it hard to stop answering an ex's calls because something within you feels like they're a child and they need you like a child, and so not answering them maybe feels like you're leaving a child out in the cold and it feels wrong, but really the child is Chucky and is gonna F your shit up. Okay, but so since the Hangman is coincidentally reversed, the Queen of Cups is getting wise to this, and she realizes she has permission. She doesn't even need permission to let this go. She can focus on what's best for her. Just the fact that she knows it's the devil like influencing her in this is enough to be like, this has a unhealthy influence on me. Therefore, I'm making a decision that's best for me. And she's not falling prey to illusions. She's not stuck anymore. The Hanged Man is like downtime. This is reversed. She's not stuck anymore. She's getting the answer she needs. Clarify the devil. If only you could get answers directly from, but like the devil is illusions. You can ask until you're blue in the face. If you're dealing with someone that has that like devil archetype between you playing out, you're not going to get clarity if they can help it, because they benefit from keeping you stuck. And sometimes you even benefit from keeping you stuck in some ways, because you're trading your well-being for something else you think you need. So it's not always like the other person's fault. You'll know. You're getting wise to it either way. You've been getting wise to it for a long time, and you're not really like being your own worst enemy at this point, but it's really just outside influences that are kind of keeping you stuck. Okay, I need to can we get clarity regarding the devil? It took me like 4 hours to upload the video yesterday, so yeah, that's why that one was late. Once again, something to do with waiting. Not about this, but we'll see where that comes to play by the end of it, I bet. Okay. All right, we got the Five of Cups, which is sorrow. So, yeah. And then the Queen of Cups is empathy. And so a lot of times the sorrow of like, it would seem that this is obviously to do with the person. Sometimes devil has to do with drugs or alcohol, something like that, shopping addiction, whatever. But in this case, it's a person. And their sorrow when you're around them, because you're empathetic, feels like your own sorrow. And because they're always in an emergency situation and you're very, very sensitive, you have a lower tolerance for the amount of pain that they carry all the time. And so when you feel it as your own feelings, it's unbearable. And that also causes you to stay stuck to them because you want to ease your own suffering by easing their suffering. Okay, clarify Queen of Cups. Clarify Queen of Cups. This Mercury retrograde, man, has been retrograding hard. Okay. All of these wanted to come out yesterday. 4 out of 5 of them did at least. And one of them is 8 of Pentacles instead of 7 of Pentacles. So quite close. We've got the 3 of Wands. Okay. And then we have the 8 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. I had some insight about the 7 of Cups yesterday. Daydreaming. Okay, so you were expecting to reunite with this other person. You allowed yourself to dream. This is so wild. Okay, so the Queen of Cups. You probably noticed that this relationship wasn't viable for a long time, but because you're a strategist and you were trying to ease their suffering, you this 3 of Wands is about consolidating your empire. You tried to focus on what you loved and liked about them. Like you were going to find a way to make sure that it worked for you too. And you allowed yourself to dream about how they could fit into your life, all the things that make them appealing to you. And you are a good dreamer. You're good at dreaming, and you really like told yourself that there is a reality where they could make all of your dreams come true. Then we got the 5 of Pentacles. And then the 8 of... Okay, well, I'm going out on a limb here, but you might have perpetuated some of their Like they might have been trying to let you go too because they couldn't get ahead of whatever it was that was causing you pain. But because you still had an abandonment wound too, that's an oversimplification. It could have been displacement trauma, like I talked in the video yesterday. Um, you still had your own thing going on, and so you were kind of overreacting to their quote unquote abuse, and that that kind of made them react in kind and like manipulate you in order to restore the union. But it looks like you're gaining mastery over that so that like you don't be overreactive, you don't trigger them, and they don't trigger you. And let's get clarity about the Hanged Man in reverse. Can we get clarity about the Hanged Man in reverse? This should give us some indication about the outcome, possibly. I mean, this is bonkers. I don't know if you've been praying for a miracle, but it does look like your prayers are being answered. And yeah, I mean, it looks like so in case you're listening to this instead of watching it, we got temperance. So we got like an angel stepping in to help you. Take that however your beliefs, like however it resonates, but this is Archangel Michael, I think. And the Ten of Pentacles, which is like you got the Ten of Cups already. That's what you were dreaming of. And the Ten of Pentacles is like the all of the security and support and stability that your dreams would, I can't think of the word, but anyway, I mean, this is obviously like great thing. Some people say legacy wealth, but it's not necessarily just about money, but it's about the feeling of so much stability and community support, stability. And as you master this displacement, which would be such what you want if you have a displacement wound. Could have been this life, past lives, many lives working on it, but it is being alchemized and you're mastering it, and miracles can happen. Like if you had a karmic contract with somebody, it can be healed well enough to where you could be together. But you also don't need permission to cut them off if that's what you need to do. If it is unhealthy, you have 100% right to decide that it's not best for you. But miracles can happen, and we did ask for an outcome here. See, we got 13. See, it's a general reading, so probably the outcome is going to be different depending on who is watching. You are mastering it, it would seem, no matter what. You're not dependent on them anymore. And because you're changing, they're changing too. I would say that's good. We could leave that unanswered. I would say I did not even pick up this deck upside down. And we got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So they're not going to pursue you anymore with this non-committal energy. I mean, we're right here on the precipice. We'll see if we can get more. Like, is this reconcilable? I mean, you know, obviously follow your intuition. Don't put yourself in harm's way. But everybody, even if you don't intend to abuse someone, abuse can be the impact. So it's not about blame. And it's definitely not about, you know, making yourself a martyr either. And people can heal. That doesn't mean they will or that you should settle for potential. Now that that spiel is said, can we, I mean, they're down for the count, it would seem. Okay, I did just, that was a whole bunch of cards, but I did just see the 2 of Pentacles. So figuring out, getting their loves in order. Like they might have put their ego over you, and you might have put the relationship over yourself. So that is part of this temperance alchemy. Things are getting alchemized and balanced. Can we clarify the Knight of Wands? Or can we get one more card for this bundle over here? 10 of Pentacles, Temperance, and Knight of Wands in reverse. I think this is pretty good. Okay, I got that one. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. So yeah, it does look like it's unresolved, and it's gonna stay unresolved for now. It's, yeah, we don't really get to know the absolute outcome. And it's not a personal reading, so that makes sense, but they're definitely, like, they're not going to pursue you, and it's just unresolved. So the Temperance with the 10 of Pentacles, I mean, you don't need somebody, you don't, obviously everybody needs community and support, and you will have that one way or another. And that's the reading. That's the reading. All right. I hope you liked it. If you want a personal reading with me, check the description. And if I forgot to post it there, just check on the about section of the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.